Yeah, that's really how I'm feeling right now. Just to work on myself and things like that. Try to better myself as a person, as a dad.
Has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
Whatever, I don't know. Maybe this could be the reason why Tank say he want to leave boxing. He gonna, tap out, stuff like that. He still has to fight Devin Haney, and that's not going to happen.
At last, Gervonta Davis discusses his decision to withdraw from boxing, stating that he is tired of the limelight and stardom. He clarifies that people frequently misinterpret him, and that everything he says is exaggerated. Davis acknowledges that being in the spotlight has made it impossible for him to be himself. He goes on to say that boxing no longer excites him as much as it once did and describes it as lame, which is what made him quit the sport.
Yeah, that's really how I'm feeling right now. Just to work on myself and things like that. Try to better myself as a person, as a dad, all around human being.
Yeah. Is it the fame? Is it something that you just don't like all the attention? Or
yeah, I'm starting to shy away from the attention and things like that come with it.
Yeah, because it's like anything you do or say, it's all over the blogs. It's taken the wrong way. It's getting posted.
Yeah.
Like you can't even be yourself at this point.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, it's getting more so lame type of thing.
Gervonta Davis is increasing. Dissatisfaction with the sport seems to have been the primary cause of his retirement. His team claims that he has been under a lot of stress and uncertainty, particularly because of a pending legal matter pertaining to a recent incident with his children's mother. His team stated that they are uncertain of the case's result and that he has obviously been impacted by the stress it has caused. These repercussions appear to have exacerbated his annoyance and increased his disengagement from boxing. His choice to leave the ring for the time being was probably influenced by all of this.
So I'm sure by now many people have heard about the news that was broken by Rick Glazier, who stated that 5-time world champion, 3-division world champion, undefeated superstar boxer, Gervonta Tank Davis, 30 wins, no loss, no draw, 28 wins by way of knockout. 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw, 28 wins by way of knockout, has officially announced his retirement, right? He told the people around him that he is retiring from the sport of boxing. He is no longer going to compete in the sport of boxing due to his frustration with the way and the direction the sport of boxing is going in.
Gervonta Tank Davis has reportedly announced his retirement from boxing, sparking strong reactions from fans and analysts alike. The news gained traction after Happy Punch tweeted, Gervonta Davis has reportedly retired from boxing after being fed up with the sport. Tank is retiring. Won't fight again is what he's telling those close to him. Citing insider Rick Glazier. While many were shocked by the sudden move, others believe it reflects the mental and emotional toll Davis has endured both inside and outside the ring. However, not everyone is convinced this is permanent. According to Blue Blood Sports TV Davis may be using the retirement as a strategic move. The analyst claims the fighter is currently overwhelmed by personal and professional pressures, which could be influencing his abrupt announcement. A major factor appears to be Davis's reluctance to pursue a rematch with Lamont Roach, a bout he reportedly views as low reward. Instead, Davis is said to be eyeing a high-profile, big-money matchup with Jake Paul, potentially on Netflix, and distancing himself from Amazon's boxing promotion. Given his history of similar retirement hints, many believe this could be another calculated step rather than a final farewell.
Gervonta Tank Davis retiring? No. Has he told people this? Yes. But this is nothing new. I told you the Lamont Roach Jr. fight was off. It was going to take place in June. He was not happy with the way things were playing out. He wanted to get to that Jake Paul bag with Netflix. That has nothing to do with Amazon. Jake Paul is in charge in that situation and gonna put that money in Tank Davis's pocket. I told you guys this. But you guys don't believe me. You always love to say I'm capping or hating on Tank Davis. No, I'm just telling you what's going on behind the scenes. Gervonta Tank Davis is not going to retire. He's frustrated. He may step away from the sport of boxing for a while, but Again, he was already planning to do that before the Lamont Rose Jr. draw.
In spite of differing views and continuous conjecture, Gervonta Davis has formally declared his retirement from boxing. Davis has made it obvious that he is leaving the sport for the time being, despite the fact that many think it may be a temporary choice motivated by recent annoyances and personal problems. Only time will tell what the gifted fighter's future holds, whether this is the end of his career or merely a stop.
Tank Davis is retired? Superstar and legendary knockout artist Tank Davis has officially retired. Or so he claims. Tank Davis has had one of the hardest 18 months in boxing. See, first he just got out of prison. Then he had a fight with Lamont Roach that should have been a pushover, which afterwards he was going to negotiate a huge money fight with Jake Paul. But Lamont Roach had a great game plan and they ended up having a draw that Lamont Roach probably should have won. It was a controversial no knockdown call. But now Gervonta Davis is once again facing jail time after some domestic abuse charges. So I really think this is temporary. He's probably just retiring for now, especially with all the legal fees this man's gonna need. Part of this is probably to avoid the Lamont Roach rematch and push that off if he can. But really, most of this is probably so he can focus on his legal issues. And then after all that is wrapped up, he's gonna get back into boxing. Boxers do fake retirements. It's just what they do. Especially after disappointing fights and doing legal troubles. Tyson Fury's in the middle of a fake retirement right now. So yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think he's really retired for good? Let me know in the comments.
Gervonta Tank Davis has officially announced that he will retire from boxing after 2025, ending months of speculation. In a statement shared by Bleacher Report *, the undefeated champion confirmed that he's made a firm decision to walk away from the sport. Davis, who has hinted at retirement for over a year, cited deep personal struggles and the constant pressure of boxing as key reasons. He shared that he no longer feels the anger or drive needed to continue, stating, "I don't even think about getting angry anymore." Boxing legend Antonio Tarver weighed in on Davis's situation, voicing concern over the young fighter's direction. Tarver emphasized that success in the ring must be matched by personal development outside of it. He noted the lack of strong mentorship for today's young boxers, suggesting Davis's struggles reflect a broader issue in the sport. According to Tarver, it's disappointing to see such raw talent step back just when a major fight could have been on the horizon. As Davis prepares to leave boxing, his story highlights the emotional and mental toll the sport can take.
See you right here in New York City, man. Always showing love. All right, so Jay Martinez of Fight Hook TV. So happy to see you once again. The biggest talk, let's jump into it. Obviously, we got a good weigh-in here in a moment.
Yes.
We got some good presser after this. The biggest talk that just happened moments ago, Gervonta Davis, jump into it. Kind of, I wouldn't say it's a big shock to a lot of us, but, there's this mindset, the fight with Lamont's not signed yet. Apparently, he's going to fight Jake Paul. Like, it's put in and out of boxing right now.
Hey man, I don't know, but get these guys the bag so they can get the hell on if they not committed and dedicated to the sport. All they want is a bag. Give them a bag so they can go, bro. I mean, let these fighters that really want the shit, let's parade them. Let's get behind them. Let's support them. Let's build them. I'm not saying I don't know what happened. But I just hope and pray that young man get it together. He's at the top of his career, prime of his career. I would want him to be remembered more by the things that he's doing in the ring rather than out. But, sometimes you got to win in life, too, before you can get in that ring and win. And sometimes life is harder than any opponent that we could face. And I just hope he get it together, bro. I feel like a lot of these young men don't have no mentors, bro. It ain't no more handlers in the game, bro. It ain't nobody taking care of the camp. These guys out here on their own frequency, bro. And I just think there's no more leaders in the game, bro. They not going to where that real energy is that can really humble these guys a little bit. We only got a short period of time to be professional boxers. This shit is over quick, bro. And you don't ever want to live with no regrets.
Bernard Hopkins urged Gervonta Davis to put his family first and said he hoped he would get past his legal issues. He emphasized how crucial it was to mend fences with his children's mother. Additionally, Hopkins counseled Davis to maintain his composure and optimism, arguing that refocusing on boxing would enable him to make progress and reconstruct his personal and professional lives.
Being here with the alien Bernard Hopkins. Bernard, first of all, good to see you, my man.
Good to see you again. Yes,
good
sir.
to see you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there's a lot
My
to
second
talk
home, brother.
I'm starting to say the same thing because I'm here
Yes,
almost
you're here
all the time.
In and
All the
out,
time.
in and out.
Bernard, a lot to talk about. Let's jump into it real quick.
Come on.
I'm sure you saw the news about Gervonta Davis being arrested once again. Just give me your thoughts.
Unfortunately, man, I hope he come out. You know what I mean? Everybody else come out. I'm not with the domestic violence thing, man, but I hope that, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family and his career. Family first, and then career second. But I just wish both his ex-girl, his kid's mother, can get things together and look forward and be positive going forward.
Bernard, you think his head, is there right now with boxing? Do you think he just needs another mentor? What does he need? Because he's a great talent.
I don't know, and I don't know him that well.
Bay in the ring. Gervonta Davis has been candid about his personal aspiration, saying he wants to become more loving and grounded for his loved ones. He has said that his work and manner of life have frequently taken him away from his daughter and his family, who are the things that really count. Davis now wishes to change his focus, demonstrating his readiness to develop emotionally and strengthen his bonds with others. He shows a profound awareness of his beliefs at this point in his life by asking for assistance and become more involved in his family's lives.
What's good, YouTube? Crown Jewel from Crown Jewel Boxing, back with a gem. Checked out the press conference yesterday. Watched the Rise podcast. 2 days ago, watched the Rise podcast response to it yesterday. And I just have to say, I see a lot of people think that, Tank is bluffing with the retirement talk. Could be. I doubt it, though. And I'm going to tell you why I doubt it. When he talked about wanting to seek therapy and the person he has to be in order to be the fighter that he is and wanting to be a softer person, for his daughters and wanting to seek therapy and become a better person and be with his children and lead a limelight, it seemed like a lot of emotion and passion in that. He seemed like he really meant what he was saying. There's a lot that comes with not only boxing, because, all fighters deal with certain things with being a boxer, physically and mentally. But he has to deal with being a celebrity, an international star on top of that. And I can't even imagine that pressure. So, things get old, your whole life gets scrutinized. No matter what moves he makes, it's going to be accepted by some.
Tank's timing recent setbacks seem to be a major factor in Davis's retirement. Davis was once again embroiled in legal issues just before what may have been a significant rematch with Lamont Roach. His statement that he was leaving boxing came after his release. It feels definitive now that he has repeatedly stated that he is tired with the sport. Davis seemed prepared to let go and find tranquility outside of the ring after years of bearing expectations and dealing with personal problems.
And the woman said that, hey, I looked at him and I asked him to help me, and he looked at me and he turned his head, jumped out of the car and ran, or whatever the case may be. So he has a history of doing things like this to women. Like, facts. Whether you like it or not, whether you're a Tank Davis fan or not, you can't get around that. That's the truth. So now what's going to happen with the Lamont Roach fight? And better yet, what's going to happen, will that fight still go on? I don't know. They haven't announced it, made an official announcement yet. We know the fight is scheduled for next month, August, but it hasn't officially been announced yet. And we do know if that fight is announced, PBC will have reporters there to tell those reporters, look, if you want to have access to Gervonta Tank Davis, you better not ask him certain questions. This is what goes on in the media. See, a lot of these guys, they want access to the fighters, so they have to play ball. They have to go along with the get along just so they can get access to interview the fighter. Coach Malachi, I don't give a fuck about the access. Fuck having access to the fighter. I only fuck with those who fuck with me. If you're a fighter who fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. And then, we can do an interview. That's fine. I have no problem with it because I got love for you like that and vice versa. But if it's a fighter that don't like you or don't like me or whatever the case may be, I don't give a fuck. I don't try to fit in in square circles. If it's a square circle, you know what I mean? If it's a square and a circle, I don't try to fit in with squares. And if you ain't in the circle, I ain't trying to get in the circle. Do you get what I'm saying? So, of course, these reporters, that's what they're going to do. So now, as it relates to Lamont Roach, what does Lamont Roach do from here?